Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7 o'clock. I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Nicole Nalepa in for Caitlin Nuclo. And you are watching Eyewitness News right here on the Wax. Thanks for being here. We've had a lot of breaking news stories, a lot of updates we want to get to. But first, if you're wondering how the weather's going to be, well, let's say hello to meteorologist Jill Gilardi. And the sunrises are just gorgeous this morning in our eye cams.
Yeah, Middletown is taking the cake right now, and we're going to show you plenty of those pretty views. And if you happen to notice earlier this morning at 6 a.m. coming into work, it was like, ooh, beautiful crescent moon was in the sky, and of course now the sun's up, so it makes it a little bit more challenging to see, but a lovely view to start off the morning. Middletown, yeah, fantastic sunrise. A little cooler out there, but these numbers are not off from where we should be for this time of year. Upper 20s inland, low 30s, then you get down to the shoreline and you're a little bit milder in the mid and upper 30s with a light wind. If you're heading out and about doing some walking this morning, by 9 o'clock we're in the upper 30s inland, low 40s at the shoreline, pushing 50 by noon and getting into the low 50s inland this afternoon and near 50 down towards the shoreline. But we will see more clouds building as the day progresses, and there is that chance for a passing rain or even snow shower. So that might have perked your interest. A little breezy later on today as well. So we'll talk more about that chance and, of course, get you through the rest of this week and into the weekend coming up in the next 10 minutes. All right, Caitlin, good morning.
All right, Jill, good morning to you. 7:02 if you're just waking up with us here on the Wax. We appreciate that. Off to a very nice start here across the majority of the state. We're taking a live look. Hartford here, 91. Northbound lane with traffic moving away from the screen. Southbound lane with traffic moving towards us. So we're seeing some brief delays as you're merging onto 84. Looking good here. Still dealing with fairly light, normal traffic volume in Waterbury. 84 east and westbound by the Mixmaster. Look at that sunshine here. Sun glare could be a little bit of an issue. This is in Meriden along 691 east and westbound, and a live look outside. Nice calm clear conditions there along the Connecticut River. Middletown right along Route 9. No delays there just yet. We're seeing an improvement as well here through Montville. This is 395 southbound right between exits 9 and 6. We had some heavy delays through this stretch due to an earlier incident, but again, we have seen drastic improvement. Rest of the state looking pretty good. Let's get you your drive times as you're heading out the door. No crashes right now, no construction. That daytime construction picks up between about 8:30 and 9 o'clock, and we're approaching that 110-minute ride 95 southbound towards the George Washington Bridge. That's a quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Right now to breaking news. We just learned why police closed I-91 and Route 15 in Hartford for almost an hour earlier this morning. State police tell us a driver told officers someone shot at their vehicle on 91 North right in the area of exit 29A.
Now, police haven't said what led up to this, but we do know the highway is obviously back open again, and we know that no one was hurt and the person was able to get back home. And by the way, this marks the second time a car was shot at on the highway in that same area just in the last 24 hours. So we'll have more details on this coming up a little later on.
Also breaking overnight, a fire at an apartment building in East Hartford.
Your reporter Marcy Jones has the latest now from officials at the scene.
Now that it's a little bit lighter outside, you can see a little bit more clear what we're dealing with as far as exterior damage. You can see that there is a window missing from the first floor there. The fire marshal is still on scene trying to piece together exactly what happened here, focusing their efforts near 300 Burnside Avenue, this apartment complex. Here's what we know so far. The call came in around 2:30 this morning about smoke in the hallways. When crews arrived, they found a fire on the first floor. 2 people have been taken to the hospital at this time. The extent of their injuries are still unclear. Officially, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, and as soon as we get any word on further details as far as the extent of the damage, if anybody is displaced, and the extent of the injuries of those 2 people taken to the hospital, we'll bring that to you. But for now, that's the latest. Your reporter in East Hartford, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Right now, we're working to learn more about a violent road rage incident that state police say started in Windsor and ended up with someone shot on I-91.
And the investigation ended up closing a portion of the highway there for hours. State police say there is one victim and that person is expected to survive. But here's what we know. Eyewitnesses tell us that they pulled into a gas station in Hartford and saw that the person was suffering from the gunshot wound, and that's when the manager called 911.
Well, troopers have 2 people in custody in connection to this. State police have not released the names of the victim or the suspects. Well, this morning, Manchester police are looking for a group of armed robbery suspects. Investigators say thieves robbed a delivery driver in the commuter lot right off of I-84 near exit 62 yesterday morning. Police say they tied the driver up with zip ties and stole Apple devices from the truck before taking off in two SUVs with heavily tinted windows. One, a dark gray Ford Expedition. The other is a silver Ford Explorer.
Also this morning, we have the new video that shows the frightening moments when a wrong-way driver ended up speeding down 395 in Norwich.
Yeah, we have those moments on video here. Take a look. Police say an eyewitness gave them this dash camera video, and you can see the headlights as a driver passes another car right near exit 11. Troopers caught up with Kaylin Sorter of Griswold, and they stopped her by smashing into her vehicle after she allegedly tried to take off. She's now facing multiple charges, including driving under the influence.
Also happening today, we continue to stay on top of a story that has been getting international attention. The Waterbury woman accused of imprisoning her stepson for more than 20 years will be facing a judge later this morning.
Your reporter Roger Susanen has more on what we can expect from Waterbury Superior Court.
Well, good morning. Kimberly Sullivan's attorneys tell us that they do expect that she will plead not guilty. And again, that could happen in just a matter of hours. But really the only thing we know for sure in this unpredictable situation is that the woman accused of the unthinkable will walk through these courtroom doors. Prosecutors hope those steps begin a path towards justice for the victim. In many ways, Kimberly Sullivan is like your friends and neighbors. She's a mother, a Connecticut native who lived in the same Waterbury home on Blake Street for more than 2 decades. But she's accused of a series of truly monstrous crimes. Investigators say she locked her stepson in a 9-foot by 8-foot room for at least 22 hours a day for more than 20 years. Police compare the conditions to a World War II death camp. The 32-year-old victim was just 68 pounds when he was finally rescued after setting a fire inside his room. He claims Sullivan starved him, forced him to drink toilet water, and use bottles when he had to go to the bathroom. Investigators say when they rescued the victim, he told them he hadn't bathed in at least a year and his teeth were rotting. But in the end, he was just relieved to finally be free from his stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan. Now, despite all of those shocking allegations, at this point, Kimberly Sullivan, through her attorneys, has denied that she actually committed any crimes. This morning, we'll have at least 3 reporters inside the courtroom. Of course, we'll update you as soon as any big developments occur. Reporting in Waterbury this morning, I'm your reporter, Roger Susanen, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, we do expect a full morning and a ton of new information to come out of this case. Count on us for team coverage throughout the day. And then at 1 o'clock, our Kara Sunland will be breaking down all of the updates on this case with expert analysis on what happened in court and what happens next. You can watch online or on our free streaming channel, WFSB Plus, which is available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Well, happening today at noon in New Haven, Mayor Justin Elicker and police officials will share updates after a man was shot and killed on Christmas Eve. Isaac Cintron is now charged with killing Herberto Cato on Edgewood Avenue. Police say Cintron killed Cato after a fight. Right now, the suspect is being held in Pennsylvania on unrelated charges while prosecutors work to extradite him back to Connecticut.
And now a big update this morning from Old Saybrook, where the town's police chief is retiring after a year-long investigation revealed problems in the department. The independent review raised a lot of concerns over department leadership, and officers reported leaving because of an, quote, unpleasant work environment. So Chief Michael Spira will be leaving office next month and then will formally retire in September. And in his retirement message, Chief Spira wrote in part, quote, "I truly love the town of Old Saybrook and the Old Saybrook Police Department. I wish the town, the department, and its personnel the best of luck and tremendous future successes," end of quote.
And we're not going to leave you without some good news today. Governor Ned Lamont will deliver remarks to the Connecticut Police Academy's graduation ceremony today. The graduates include 41 recruits who will begin serving in more than 24 departments across the state. The ceremony begins this afternoon at 2 at the Welt Hall on the Central University campus in New Britain.
We definitely need the light jacket this morning as we step outside. It's going to be a little chillier across inland locations. We have some upper 20s. And then you go down to the south, not quite as bad. 39 in New Haven with a light wind coming in from the north. We have scattered high mid-level clouds. It's been a beautiful sunrise. So those 30s, for example, this morning at Windsor Locks becomes 50 degrees this afternoon with thickening clouds, perhaps a stray shower in the form of either rain or snow. But Torrington, you have a better chance for maybe a little snow shower later on this evening, and the temperatures will be in the mid and upper 40s for you, and then down towards the shoreline a high near 50 degrees. So we'll talk more about that chance for rain and snow showers and at the complicated weekend forecast that's coming up in about 5 minutes.